Behind every interesting person is a great story. This is Person of Interest with Natalie Jones.
Okay, so in one of my favorite interviews thus far, I interview Sia, the one and only Sia. Now, she's amazing. She's from Australia. She has billions of views and listens and likes and everything from all over the world. She really is a worldwide sensation. Now, the girl Maddie Ziegler that we reference a lot in this interview is the dancing girl from the video like Chandelier and a lot of her other videos, including her latest Together. And that her latest song Together is off of the soundtrack of her latest movie, which is called Music. So you get that? She has a movie coming out this fall called Music, and the song Together is off the soundtrack. Now, her soundtrack for that movie is her 9th studio album, which she wrote the whole thing herself and produced and everything. And also the movie Music she directed, wrote, produced, and everything. This is all her project, and it's super, super cool. And let me tell you, in this interview, she is so raw and so real, and we actually started it off with her on the toilet. I could hear everything she was doing, but the microphone didn't pick all that up, and I think maybe that's a good thing. So I hope you guys enjoy this. She is so full of joy and a real presence, and I left this interview on a high for days. Enjoy.
No. How about now?
Yes, we finally got it. Oh, my God. Sia, thank you so much for your patience here.
Of course. No worries, doofus.
Yeah, I knew. Well, oh, my God. And can I just say, hi, my name's Natalie, and thank you. And I think I heard you flush the toilet there a second ago, so.
Yeah, you're right.
I feel very.
So you were listening the whole time. That was a bit.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of freaked out there for a hot second. So we're on radio, and I just ran in here, and then I heard the toilet flush, and I was like, this is going to go really well. Okay.
Well, you get me post-pee, which makes me, like, extra cruisy.
Oh, nice. It's like right after you go to the bathroom, and you're like, no matter what you're doing, you're just like, I always just feel thinner and lighter to my feet.
Oh, I love peeing or pooping. It's the best in the world.
Me too. Indestructible. Well, Sia, before we begin, my name's Natalie Jones.
Indestructible. I might write that song. Haven't written that one yet.
Oh, my God. Like, I can say that this is the coolest thing. My boss called me today as I was leaving the hot yoga studio, and she's like, you better get in here now because you're interviewing Sia later. And I was like, this is huge because, Sia, I have been telling this story about you for 10 years now. Now, I hope it was you. Like, I believe it was, but
Okay, we'll see.
Okay. So in 2010, I went to Coachella where you performed, and I saw you there, and I was just then kind of discovering who you were. I knew who you were from just, I'm a music nerd and just discovering people, researching artists I didn't know before I went. And then in LAX, we had to wait like 2 hours in line to go through everything because it was just all Coachella people just all arrived there at once.
Yeah.
And I went through, and they opened up security where there were 2 lines going facing each other at the same time. And I went through security facing you the whole time, and I was too scared to say anything because I was nervous. And then in the past 10 years, your career has super, super skyrocketed, and it's been amazing. And I'm such a name dropper, and I've been like, I saw her at LAX in 2010. I swear it was her.
I believe you, and I believe it was me, and thank God I'm nice.
Oh, my God.
Otherwise, you would have had a terrible story to tell.
You were super, super nice. And I just remember that I saw your bracelet that said artist, and I was like, oh, my God. Then I was like, oh, my God, that's Sia. That's like totally Sia. Then I heard
still
you
wearing
talk.
it? What a dork.
Oh, my gosh. It was like, I know her. It was very cool. Very cool moment.
Yeah, we're friends.
So we're totally friends.
We've been friends since 2010.
Oh. We got 10 years underneath us, so this is just great. Okay, so first of all, Sia, where are you right now?
I'm on Earth.
Oh, you are? Okay. I got a message from somebody saying that you were possibly in Australia, and I just
I'm not in Australia. No, I'm in America.
Okay.
But I'm just on Earth in America.
Are you barefoot?
In a really hot place.
Yes. You know what?
Yes.
I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio right now, and the weather today is freakishly beautiful. It's like 71 and breezy and zero humidity, and that
you lucky duck.
It doesn't happen
here. Yeah, it's hitting the 120s around here.
Oh gosh. Okay. I don't know how to
It's
deal
all
with
right.
that. I do not. It makes
No,
no
I
sense.
mean, it's just, go out for 10 or 15 minutes, get that vitamin D, since
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you heard the podcast, but apparently vitamin D is a possible vaccine against the coronavirus.
No.
It's possible that if you have if you're vitamin D deficient, that you're more likely to catch it. So
Wow.
get out in the sun
Oh
at
my
least 15 minutes a
gosh.
day, and then go back inside because I don't
Okay.
want you to get skin
Yes.
cancer.
Or like melt something. Like in Arizona, it gets 120 and like roof smell. I'm like, that makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
so let's talk about you're just like so contagious. Oh my God.
Thanks.
So like okay, so you have this movie coming out called Music, and what
Yep.
let's see here,
That's not confusing at all, is it?
right? I had to reread it a couple times. It's in quotes. I'm like, but wait, is that like punctuation? I don't really know here. Like, or was it?
They tried to dissuade me. A lot of people tried to dissuade me, soup people, and I was like, nope,
Yeah.
nobody's ever made a movie called Music, so like that seems silly to me.
You are the best. How big is your team of people you have working around you?
Very small. Well, very well. It depends on what day, but
Mm-hmm.
my everyday, all year round existence is probably about 4 or 5 very close employees, and
Wow.
that is including management.
Yeah.
And then like pretty much half of me, the pop star, is David Russell, who is my day-to-day manager and has been for 13, 15, I don't know, years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a really long time. And so, he should be credited with being half the pop star, basically, which he would love. He just wishes my heels were his thighs. But then on the movie side, I think the crew was about 163, I think, and
Oh
we
wow.
shot in 40 days. We did 2 months of prep, and then I edited it for 4 years.
Wow. Wait, is that an exaggeration or is that real?
That is that what?
I said, is that an exaggeration or is that real? Really? 4 years?
No, that's real, and
Oh
it
my.
was a real struggle. It nearly took me out,
Well, see,
actually.
that's what I wanted. I
Yeah,
wanted.
I really suffered during that process. I wasn't um I just wasn't getting the movie that I wrote, and
Mm-hmm.
I was I just was finding it so hard to make the transitions into the musicals,
Mm-hmm.
because they take place in the head of the title character, because the title character is played by Maddie Ziegler, and her name is Music,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh,
she is on the autism spectrum, and
okay.
she's quite low functioning.
Okay.
She's nonverbal, or she has echolalia, so she can repeat back to you things that she's heard, but she doesn't generate language, and so you know uh, it's obviously you want to make sure you represent a community respectfully and authentically.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was fiercely determined to do that, and also to make a movie that would make people laugh and would make people cry and would be meaningful.
Wow.
So
Can
that's what I tried to do, and I think I've done it.
I have so many questions about this. You said, your need and your want to make this movie perfect and maybe live up to who Sia is and the pop star kind of made you go a little
Exactly.
crazy.
Yeah, it did, because I thought, oh, I'm Sia, the pop star. I can't put out like anything mediocre, or
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather put out something terrible
Mm-hmm.
than mediocre.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and there was a period where the movie was good, but it wasn't yet exceptional. And
Yeah.
I was totally like, it was making me quite sick. like I couldn't get out of bed.
Mm-hmm.
It was contributing to, I had other things as well going on, but it was contributing to it. I think it caused some of my chronic illness, is the pressure I was putting on myself
Yeah.
to make an exceptional film.
Well,
Yeah, so
you've
that
always.
was stressful.
I mean, I
But
can
I really,
imagine. But
I
it's
love it.
so.
I love it now. I think it's
Hmm.
where it should be. It's the movie I wanted to make.
And would you do it all over again?
I wouldn't.
I
Oh,
hear
but
you.
everybody I worked with said you will. They said it's like
Yes.
childbirth. They
Mm,
said, and they said also, no one will let you not make another film. And I was
yeah.
like, that was very flattering. But that was the editor that told me that.
You
He
know,
was like, people will demand more movies from you because it's so good.
well, if it's anything that's inside of your brain, I mean, if your music and your like lyricism is so beautiful and it's so inspiring, and you have so much soul in your voice, and if that is even comparable, if this movie is even comparable to your talent musically, like whole round, I mean, you did. It's gonna be freaking
It's really
amazing.
good. I am really proud of it. I swear it's good. I mean, even real people have told me it's good. Real people who, who don't lie to you, like, the other directors who just won't lie to you, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like, how hard was it for you to just trust the process?
Oh, that part's fully easy for me because I'm so present, and I'm
Mm,
also I pivot really easily. Because my belief system is just that whatever is happening is what's supposed to be happening.
mm,
I guess if I'm aligning my will with God's, whoever God is to you, like
yeah.
I basically just align my will with God or the universe, and I respect it. I say, okay, if this location breaks down, or we lose a location, we got to find another location. Well, that location wasn't meant to be in the movie. If we lose an actress because she's having a stroke, uh,
Oh, did
and
that happen?
I have to replace her with 1 day's notice. And I called Juliette Lewis, who I've only met a handful of times,
Mm-hmm.
and she said yes. And I mean, how amazing,
Wow.
like, so it's like I I I am of the kind of general thinking that things are exactly as they are supposed to be.
Have you always been this strong in your personal convictions like that in following?
Oh, no, no,
No.
no, no.
Wow.
I think it was after I got sober.
Oh,
Uh,
when did that happen?
yeah, about 10 years ago.
Oh, wow. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm on a lot of
Yeah.
medication now, though, which is like, so it's very complicated being a
Mm,
sober woman with chronic illness,
mm-hmm.
because I do have to take some narcotics.
Mm.
And so that also for the last 4 years has contributed to like the sort of, I would say, not leaving the house much, sort of resurgence of complex PTSD, and then I just started doing and the editing the movie, and I really really started doing some very very heavy trauma work, developmental trauma work.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there was a period a couple of years ago where I was extremely suicidal.
Oh,
Um,
gosh.
yeah, for a long time, too long, way too long. And then I finally, I said, to my psychiatrist, like, what's wrong with me? And he said, nothing's wrong with you. You have complex PTSD. Like, you need to take Prozac, and because it will do the thing it's supposed to do in your prefrontal cortex. And I was
Mm.
like, okay. And 6 days later, I had zero suicidal ideation. And I
Don't
was
you
like,
love
oh my God, I wish
Prozac?
I had done this before, before, because
Yes.
I was on a loop. It was
Yeah.
on a loop. Kill yourself, you fat fuck. Like, just, oh, pardon my
Ah,
French.
girl. I am so sorry. And I can honestly relate. I've done some time in the sober life myself and stuff like that as
Yes,
well.
guilty.
Yeah,
Yes.
you have to
Well,
chase
so
those things down and freaking release them.
It's can be very painful depending on what kind of, life you've led.
Yeah.
So it was just it was a hard couple of years, but getting
Ah.
the movie out of it is worth everything I went through, and also becoming the person I am. It
This
was
is
worth it.
so. What is do you have a direct correlation or inspiration for autism and raising awareness for the autism spectrum? And
No
let's see,
idea.
just
I have no idea. I
nonverbal.
mean, I have no idea. I had written a story before I met this boy called Stevie, but Stevie's mom used to interpret the log cabin meeting, AA meeting,
Mm.
and she would bring
Yeah.
him, and he was a 16-year-old, um, and he was nonverbal, and I used to sit with him at that meeting, and
Mhm.
I don't know, I just was drawn to him. I loved him, and and we had a special connection, but that was even before I mean, that was like 10 years after I wrote the original story. So I don't know, I guess he came into my life for that reason, because
Mhm.
then when I was creating the character music, I taught Maddie Ziegler all of Stevie's tics and all his utterances, and his gait, his walk.
Yeah.
um, and because she's a dancer, it was like so easy for her.
Did that did you teaching her those moves influence her, like influence your chandelier video at all, or any of her dancing
Oh
moves?
yeah, like, yeah. Well, I am in the chandelier video. I'm responsible for the eyebrow lift,
Okay.
the patting of the belly,
Okay.
and the sort of what looks like she's twirling spaghetti into the wall at the
Yeah.
kitchen table.
Okay, cool.
And then one other thing, but I can't remember what it is. But those things were, yeah. I wanted to it. Uh, I wanted her to. We worked together, and I think he thought I wanted a different kind of thing. Ryan Heffington.
Mhm.
I think he thought I wanted what a usual music video person might want. And when I came in, I was like, "Oop, that's too sexy. Take that out. Nothing with the hips." And I was like, "Oh, more like a toddler dancing through the eyes of a gorilla," or like I was like, more like. And then I did some moves, and those ones were the eyebrow and the belly pat and the eating noodles. So those three moves, those were mine.
Those are great moves. Those are great moves. I mean, those are the
And
ones you
then
say those, and I know exactly what you're talking about.
and so then so we totally unsexualized it because
Hmm.
she was 11, and that was definitely.
Yeah.
And I was kind of more going for woman on the verge of a nervous breakdown.
Yeah.
um and and so that's, and then I mean, he came with that choreography, and it was
Is yeah,
unbelievable.
so
So, and
cool.
she learned it in 20 minutes. She was such a
What?
little genius. She is such a genius, and she's not so little anymore. She's my wonderful, sweet, darling heart.
Oh wow. Well, your music in that video inspires so many. I have so many questions, but so did you so like let me start here. So your most recent video and your most recent song together um
Mm-hmm.
is there it is one, number one, it's beautiful. There's so many lyrics in
Oh,
it that I
thank you.
love, like say goodbye to yesterday and hello to tomorrow. My boss was sending me all these ones that she loves today as well, like before we even talked about it, she was like,
Oh,
these are my favorite
that's
lyrics, and I was like, I did the
nice.
same thing. Well, I mean, just the chorus here, come now, set the past on fire, stand up, raise your face to the sky, my love. I'm like gonna cry talking about, like, that is so beautiful.
Oh,
in
thank you.
in your process, how long does it take you to write songs typically?
Well, it really depends, but it's usually about an hour.
Yeah, they
Like,
just
yeah,
flow.
about an hour to write and record it. So I can usually, if I do a session or two but then if I want to participate in the production, then I will stay, and I'll stay for an extra hour so I can sort of influence the production.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, I want it to be more like Ace of Base, or I want it to be this, that, or the other, or can we use the, timpani, or can we use the harmonium, or,
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, can we use that here? Or I'll sing a guitar lick that'll be like a little hook. And that will take an extra hour. So, because the people I work with are really fast.
So, I mean, the best, obviously.
Yeah.
And you're saying
Hmm.
here that like connection is the solution. I love that
Yeah.
so much. And that's so important right now. And I want to get back to what
Yeah.
I was started before was children, their common theme. And why are you using children in these things in your video, etc.? Is there any specific reason?
Just because they're gorgeous
Yeah.
and sweet and wonderful and inspiring, and I want to influence the younger generation positively. There's so much darkness out there,
So
and
true.
so much kind of I don't know, like, I'm not like super judgy or whatever. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
but there's just like a lot of violence, a lot of sexualization, a lot of stuff that little kids are watching and looking up to. And I wanted to just be a different voice to that. I just wanted them to have another avenue to observe.
Yeah, you're doing it so well. But I know you're
Right.
huge. You're huge on TikTok. And talk about
Oh, I just joined. I didn't know I was huge.
you
I
are.
didn't even know what it was.
Oh my God, over 70 million views in like a week, babe. You are climbing the charts.
Oh my gosh.
Which is pretty
well,
cool.
that is not me. It's Maddie. It's Maddie.
Oh,
It's Maddie Power.
okay. Well, there are
It's the both of us combined.
I was going to say,
it's
they're
like
peanut butter and jelly make a sandwich.
Exactly. We are peanut butter and jelly. We're rice and beans.
Well,
We're Bert and Ernie.
And what is it? I love this quote that was sent. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together, which seems to be what you and Maddie are doing, which is cool.
Yes.
So when can we expect this movie music?
Oh, well, I'll tell you. Here's a good way you can work it out when it's going to come out.
Okay.
Because basically this movie called Tenet has to come out first.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to come out on IMAX, which I can't believe, because I really wanted it to be on the big screen, and the fact that it's on the biggest screen is crazy.
It is so cool. Congratulations. I'm just
I know.
happy
Thank
for
you so much. Yeah. I can't believe I got a movie in the cinemas. That's crazy. And especially at the budget, it was a weird budget as well. So it's most movies in this budget don't make it to the big screen. They'll go straight to, streaming or.
Well, did you know, Sia, you are kind of above the rest and a leader in your genre. You're in the billion views. I mean, hello, you're Sia. So, I mean, your humbleness is.
I forget that.
I know, which is it's like that's what keeps you so golden, I think. For sure.
I mean, if you saw me right now, you'd just be like, "Oh, you are a full vegetable." Like, I'm lying in bed. I'm wearing mismatched sweats. Weirdest
speaking
Walmart socks. Like,
nice. Yeah, I love that you shop at Walmart too. Speaking of bed, your Good Morning America performance in bed with Maddie was super great. That was
wasn't that cute?
Yes, that was such a great idea. It was like I feel like during quarantine now, people are running out of ideas of how to still make things entertaining or get people involved, and that was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Well, that was thanks to Tonya Brewer, that idea. So she's one of my best friends. She's my makeup artist too.
Gotcha.
And then the Jimmy Fallon performance, she actually fully directed that because she is his biggest fan ever. And so as a present to her, I said, why don't you direct the because she takes all the photos of me that are on the covers of all the magazines and everything.
Really?
I don't do photo shoots. I don't let anyone. I'm just not. I can't be bothered, and Tonya takes a great photo.
Wow.
So then, and she's really creative, and she did all of the hair and makeup in on Maddie in the movie, and I just wanted to give, because she loves Jimmy Fallon so much. I just wanted to give her that, you know, and she went all out on that. If you watch it, you'll see. She's even featuring his books and stuff.
That's super
That's
cool.
how much she loves him.
Dude, you are salt of the earth. I mean, you're empowering the people around you and you're empowering the world at the same time. And it's like, for real, you live it. You live your connection is power, and we really do all need each other. It's super cool. I cannot wait to see this freaking movie. Oh my gosh.
Dude,
so what is
thank you.
So what is
I think you'll like it. You sound like you'll like it. You sound like one of my people.
I was gonna say, I think I will too. And also, if you would see what I'm wearing right now, I'm wearing space leggings and polka dot shorts and a tube top that I'm not allowed to wear to work. So I put on this fancy jacket over it that makes me look like Little Richard a little bit, you know? So I love it. I love it. I feel like I should be at a casino, like with a huge Virginia Slim in my hand and like a bucket full of pennies. You know, this is what should be happening right now.
Yeah,
but,
go get it.
Okay, so let's go back to the Tenet movie. What is that about?
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know what Tenet's about, but I
it just
know
has to
that
come out
as
first?
soon as the Tenet comes out, then my movie will come out.
Okay,
so
cool.
So Tenet is a big blockbuster kind of movie.
Okay.
So it's going to come out first, and then after Tenet, then music is going to come out. So if you just keep your eye out for that other movie,
Cool.
then you'll know.
Now you
then
know.
you'll know that as soon as that one's done, then mine's next. But it's just, I'm not, I'm going to put it out when it's not dangerous. I don't want to put anyone in any danger. That would be so horrific if anyone, if the coronavirus just got bigger because we would gormlessly opened up cinemas too early.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think you specified where you are, but where I am in Ohio, things are pretty much opening and then shutting. Like they will open for a week and then close, and we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But drive-ins are becoming a huge thing, which is a huge, or making a
I
comeback.
love that.
Yeah.
I haven't done that yet, but I used to love going to the drive-ins.
Me too.
My parents were, my dad was so naughty. He used to hide like 7 of us children under a blanket in the back of the car.
Oh my gosh. Sounds
and
like
pay
my
for
parents.
himself.
Yeah. How many siblings do you have?
Oh, I only have a half sibling, but there was a lot of kids on my street.
Yeah, gotcha. That is,
and it was a big sort of kind of communal. It was, when I was 5, it was 1980, so it was
a fun
just
time.
a lot of sharing of children.
Yeah, I feel like that doesn't really happen anymore, especially. I mean, that's I feel like what we're all missing.
Yeah.
Really what we're all missing.
Oh, yeah, fully. Oh, this isolation is crazy, but especially for children. Oh, and their parents. Oh, just wow.
I
know this too shall pass, but yes, blessings to all of those out there that are feeling shabby. Try and call a friend.
Yes.
Call 3 friends. Call 3. Call 5. Call 5 friends. FaceTime them is better for your brain. Phone call is next best for your brain. Texting is not as powerful, but it'll keep your brain regulated, and science has proven that the more people you speak to a day, the happier your brain is.
That is so true. Yes, thank you so much.
It's just science. It's science.
Science. That's what I'm. Yesterday I had a really crap day. I was just down in the dumps, and I felt like my radio show was bad. And then I had this opportunity presented to me that I thought I kiboshed on accident. I didn't mean to.
Guess who just called me?
Oh my God, who?
Cousin Greg from Succession.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
Okay, Succession's a TV show, and I put on my Twitter yesterday his new song, "Do You Have the Antibodies?" Which was hilarious. It was like a joke song, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And he's my favorite character on that show. And then he put out that funny song, and then I was put on Twitter, "I'm in love," and then he tweeted back, "Oh my gosh, it worked." And then I wrote, "Call me." And I guess someone gave him my phone number because while we were doing our interview, I got this call from New York, and I didn't pick up.
Oh my gosh, do you need to call him back? I
And then
think
he
that's pretty
texted
important.
me. No, he texted me and said it's me.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's so cool. I have a crush on him.
Oh, it's nice to still have
Can
crushes.
you see how
then.
giddy I sound?
Yes.
He's probably got a girlfriend or he's probably gay, but I don't, whatever.
All the best ones.
I've got room for one amazing, awesome friend, and he is amazing and awesome. So
heck yeah.
Do.
Well, good luck with that. That sounds very yeah. I'm really happy that I was here to experience that with you.
I know that was
really
funny.
amazing. Do you know what I did last?
Really funny.
I had an opportunity last night to possibly meet Dave Chappelle, and I didn't do it. And
Did you get scared? Because he is a great person in
I
person.
did.
He's my friend.
I love him.
He's what you see is what you get. He'll never ruin your big dreams of who you think he is.
That's good to know. He lives like an hour away from here, and he's been doing these shows in cornfields where like 100 people are allowed to go, and you got to buy tickets in advance, blah, blah, blah. So I went last night. My wallet fell out of my pocket in the field, so I went back to get it, and there was no security. And they were like, yeah, just go get it. And there was a bunch of people hanging out in this room that I thought was still like, I was like, Dave is in there. And probably Louis C.K. was his guest. And I was like, they're probably still in there. But I was too scared to knock on the door and be like, can I meet you? And so I just went home. So, dang. Again, another time. Well, see, this was so nice to meet you. And thank you so much.
You take care.
Yeah, you are. You're absolutely amazing, and not only do you have the movie coming out, but you also have a TV show, and you wrote, directed, and produced this movie, and you wrote the whole soundtrack for it. And are all of the songs yours as well? Like you wrote them, but are you?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
This whole thing is yours. I cannot wait, and I hope that it raises a lot of awareness for mental health. And also for nonverbal and autistic awareness as well. This is so cool. So cool. Cannot wait.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks for helping me promote it. It was fun talking to you.
Yeah, it was fun talking to you too. I hope we get to do it again. And I'm so glad that you confirmed that it was you 10 years ago that I saw in the airport.
We've been friends for ages.
It's a long time. And now
it's been a decade.
I've known her for so long. I even witnessed her pee once, kind of. So, I mean, we're super close. Super close. All right.
Take care, mate.
You too, Sia. Have a great day.
Will do. Bye, sweetie.
Okay, bye-bye. I mean, right? Wasn't she just so amazing? Oh, I could have talked to her all freaking day. She is so cool. Again, she has a new movie coming out. It's called Music. It will be out later on this summer of 2020, or maybe even the fall, as she says in the interview. They're kind of taking it day by day, but the soundtrack to the movie Music is out. It's called Music, and she has a new album coming out next year, 2021, called Reasonable Woman, and the song Together is also the title track from that album. Again, Maddie Ziegler is the dancer that she's always with. New music, new song called Together, her 9th studio album, everything. Sia is amazing. Thank you guys so much for listening. Stay proud, babes.
This has been Person of Interest with Natalie Jones.